Good evening. For me, it is beginning the evening. It is 7 p.m. I was not sure when I should come on to do my next video, as I have had numbers of additional information. I just did something on 1776 about 2 hours ago, and I just came up with a new number. Well, it's an old number for me, but it's a new number, and the new number is, you see, because it's 8 and 8, 16 of two worlds, okay? 16 times 111 is 1776. What 111 comprises of is 35, 37, and 39. Okay, now let me get some of this light out. I feel like I'm rushing this. I don't like it. Okay, now when it does this, it's because it connects two sides of 18 numbers all the way to 36 off of the roulette wheel, which is on number 16 and number 19. They're both red. They're a direct connect, and you can bet them and connect them at 17 to 1. 17 is the gateway. It's the piano gateway between GH and A and B, because the H is the A and the B is the B is the I, and the A is the H, so it's HI. It becomes the same letter, and it comes in a sequence. Okay, now we're going to get to that in a minute, and that's something to do with number 5. So 1776 is 35, 37, 39. But remember, we're working everything off of 3.5, 35, or anything to do with 35, 25, 15, and 5, 15, 25, 35, 45, 55, all the way to 100, and there's a reason for it. 1 and 5. That's the biggest reason. These two, these are the diameters, the outside of half. Here's the outside of the other half of the egg. So now you got both sides of the egg. That's why these are 1 and 5, because they go around half and half right to your ears, half and half, left and right, left and right. The biggest thing in the world is the greatest of fights. So you go left and right. And we heard this all our life, so why not implement it in kind of a numerological understanding? 1776. So what happens is we're going to run everything in the spirit world in angles of 35. Even if we are going to be more, the more that we are is in the system is we are the flower, the extension of the respiratory, the extension of the food chain, the extension of everything. We're the flower. We eat, we feed ourselves, we run these machines. So we're the part of the machine that we live. So in this part over here, we run everything in 35, and I'll show you how it gets to 45, and I'll show you the value of 0, that when you take 0, that's actually nothing, and put something in the middle, you can now crack it open and divide all of its sides, and I will show you that. I will show you that. So this is the missing part of 1776, in which the last number happened to be 28, if you remember. Now it's 29. Excuse me. First it was 40. Do you remember these numbers? Remember this. I'm going to show you. Oh, because I can, there's information I'm not missing, ladies and gentlemen. Information I'm not missing, that's for sure. Whether there's a conflict in, or a value, or an invalue to whatever it is, I'm going to show you on this page, okay? Here's your 35. 3 by 35 is 105. 3 by 35 is 105. Okay, 3 by 35 is 105. 3 by 35 is 105. 35, 35, 35 is, sorry, 3 by 35 is 105. Okay, that's over here, 105. 3 and 35 again, 105, 140. So you have 140. And in here you have 140 is 280. The other 80 goes towards the center game that we play right here, where the two magnets come. Do you understand? 280. It's 240 for the time, 40 for us. Why is it 40? I'm going to show you. See 40 in the center? 105 and 35 is 140. And 40 makes 180 degrees up and down. It's 180 degrees up and down. It's 180 degrees this way, right? 180 degrees. But between here and here, it's only 90 degrees. 9 areas, and I'm going to explain those 9 areas. Okay, I'm still looking for 1776, so keep with me. Follow this. Get a pen. Follow this. This is not easy for me either. I wrote down a ton of things in the last 3 hours. since I began, because I stop all day. We're gonna have to get that 1776 out here. I'm gonna have to show you that 1776, and I'll explain to you when it's 3.5. 8 times 3.5, we got 28. 28 time heaven, that's E and H. Okay, and we got ourselves an ounce, OZ. 15 to Z, 26, 41. We have USA, and we have the monopoly all around the monopoly. I'm still looking for this 1776 thing. I already passed it one time, I know. So give me a second and work with me. It's a slow one. It's a slow one. I even have the thing for monopoly. Just take ONOPO, and all the letters revert to ACAEAD, AE, AF, AE. Okay, and it says down by the labby, or look, AB. But I'm not even finished with this. I didn't even want to start with it because monopoly, corner to corner, there's so much to do in this. This is what 1776 goes about. There's 16 arms that go around times 111. The world of S&P, 16 and 19. The world of Q and T, 17 and 20. Or the world, we're not going to go low shoe right now because I can switch all of this to low shoe. Okay, or I can switch over here to 18 and 21, which is 39 to 17 and stretch, 3 worlds of 13, 13, 13, and which was in the last design in the last video. So inside of here they show shin, which is 3 letters, which is 3 hooks. It starts at 22.5 because you can't start on go. You have to go. So you go 22.5 from here, and you go 22.5 from here. Okay, so missing is 45. Out of the 90 degrees. So there's only 45. So you're living between 22.5 and 675. 675 is actually 20 times 25, 7 times 25. So that is 27. That 27 is because 3 times 6 and 3 plus 6, which is creation, which is 18. 3 times 6, 18. 3 by 3 is 9, and 18 equals 27. And 6 by 3 and 3 by 3 is 9 again in itself, equaling to that same 27. So we live here. Now, if you want to understand shin, shin would either be 2 above, 1 below. Now, if we went 2 above the middle line, you would be going up 45 degrees. Because there's a cut in between every box, and there's 8 boxes surrounding the center core of 5. Core of 5, you would be going above 45 degrees and below 22.5 degrees, and then we can work that out in mathematical for understanding the temperature. 225, where is the separation between all starts? 15 times 15 equals 225 plus 5775 equals to the year 6000 of the Hebrew history. Okay, we don't start from the beginning here. The clock was started at 1. Not even 1. It was 22.5 degrees past the hour. Okay, so what is that in the old time? How do we work it in fifths? If I had to work it in the fifth, if I multiplied this by what? Anyways, let's not even get into it. 5 by 2 is 10. By 2 is 20. 20 world is 40. 5 by 2, 5 plus 2, 5 plus 2 is 9. 9 plus 20 is 29. 28 and 29 is where it begins. That is Jesus Christ. Everything is 9. 9 below, 9 above. But you need to hold on to the center. If you are the center, you must grab to the right 10. You must grab to the left 10. You must turn around. You must grab to the left 10 and grab to the right 10. And then you keep turning around to the left, to the right, to the left, to the right. Because you have to do it in the 16 positions. To be the center of all the positions, that's where we get the number 16 from. Then we go 1 times 1776, 2 times 888, 3 times 592, 4 times 444, 6 times 296, 8 times 222, equaling to Einstein, equaling to Neptune. And I can format it, and I can also show you where all the 35s come from. Inside your pi, what happens to pi at 350? Okay, in pi, you must take 40 out of 35 because the center owns the 40. So you take 4, only 4 because it's the center, becomes 31. Now add on man. 31, add on man. Man becomes 415965. And I'll explain it to you why and how it works in numbers. But these numbers will change. not only will these numbers change, but I'm going to show you a formation in low shu how these numbers would actually work. This is your AC power. This is your .ca right here. Okay, in low shu, what was 3 and 1 is now 3 and 1. In regular numbers before this, 3 and 1 was here and here. The only way for these two to connect, it had to go from here to here and over. Now we can connect over here. That connection. This connection inside the roulette wheel, okay, is not like this. It's, where is it? You see this? It's like this inside it. But what makes the difference? And don't take a look, but if you take a look, this one will always go straight line. We have the letter RD. Jack RD, valet. This is the way it must connect because those are the numbers. But let's take it easier. Let's look at low shu. Okay, low shu, let's start at 4-1. First of all, 41. Let's see what's 41. USA. 21 plus 19 plus 1. New York, Kentucky, Mediterranean. A place you can never get because you have 2 on your dice. When you dice 1, it's the Mediterranean and go. No matter what you do. 41 is 25 cents. 41 is 10 cents and 5 cents and 1 cent equals to 41. 1 and 4 is the highest number you'll get. 1 times 4, 1 plus 4 equals 4 plus 5 equals 9. 1 and 5, which are the next two numbers, this presents the egg NO. It's on. On-O. This one becomes 5 and 6. This becomes DEF, and this is your federation. Okay, this is now your 11. Here's your 41 cents from your change. If you want to go to your dollars, you have a 50, a 20, a 10, a 5, and a 1. 50, 60, 70, 80, 85, 86. Where's the $2? Plus $2 equals 88. Okay, so now we have 88. We understand the numbers in low shu. Now we said I'm going to do low shu, so let me do low shu. I forgot to tell you, see 41? I told you the 16 directions of 5. 5 times 5 times 5 times 5 equals 625, which is 25 quarters. 25 quarters equals the word jack, the division between the two sides, and 41 times 625 comes out to the Mayan number 25,625. 4 times 4 times 4 times 4 equals this. 5 times 5 times 5 equals to 625. You get the two numbers with the 4 or 5, the numbers of the sun. The only two numbers that are missing. 3 times 6, 3 plus 6 is 27 and 18. You now have 9, 18, 27, 36. You're missing 45, and I'm showing you where 45 comes from right out of pi. 41 is the extension of the board. 59 is 1776. It's Einstein. It's the running of Neptune through the one spirit of Neptune. Okay, 6, it's part of the gateway of spirit of 76, okay, because the 7 replaces the 6, so the spirit of 6 is now the 7 because you're trapped in that gateway, okay? This is where we get these numbers. Forget about 3 and 1, that's your AC energy, okay? This dot over here shows you one world of multiple worlds. This is the center. This is where your AC performs. Your AC performs here because the Aleph letter is made like this. At the same time, my first do on this, I have to restructure this, but I saw the Y and the N inside here. So let's go back. 4-1 is distance around the board. This is the egg. This is your DNA. This is the egg. This is the E world. The 9 is who you are in the E world, okay, of 2 worlds. Of 2 worlds of 6 and 5. Why? Because on this side when it's 6, on this side when it's 6 in the front, on the back it's 4. It's 4, 5, and 6. This is the federation. These are the numbers to the federation of who we are. 9 and 5 is Einstein. 9 and 5 is 1776. Did I show you this little picture here? This is the egg. This is the yolk. See the way it looks like it's going down to the stadium? The sperm comes in over here. He comes up to the little tail. There's a little tail on the yellow over here. He attaches to that tail over there, and he makes the child, and then they become tied for life. Maybe we'll call it the belly button, right? The belly button and the head are one shell and the other shell. So let me go around. We did this, these dimensions. There are 16 in here. If there's 16 in here, it's got to be 8 times 20 is 160. 8 by 2 is 16 is 176. And 4 is 180. Times 2 equals 360 degrees, 2020 worlds. Okay? I'm going to show you something else. Okay? Okay, I have to go back to the next number. I have to go back to that next number again. Where is that number? Hold on, hold on. I know I'm going as fast as I could. I'm going. I have an answer for everything. I know. I have an answer for everything. Something to do with the elephant in water. I can't find it. 111. Okay, times 16 equals 1776, right? But if you turn this over, it looks like 91. If you multiply 91 times 111, that's what I'm looking for in my book. Okay, help me look for it, please. Tell me when you see it. Scream real loud. Scream real loud. We're looking for it. There it is. 60. Flip it upside down, it's 91. 13 by 7 is 91. Okay, 13 by 7. 13 by 7. We also have 19 by 19, which is the Hebrew cycles, okay? Which is the real cycle? This is where you get 91 for the cards. This is where you get 361 2 times around. So one of these numbers are the numbers to everything, okay? So when we multiply 91 times 100, 9100. When you multiply 91 times 10, you get 910. When you multiply 91 by 1, you get 91. So you get 10101. 91 times 111, 10101. Now, because you have 0 here and 0 here, that is 66. You have 0 here, that's 6. This is 72, which equals to 9. This equals 3. This equals your 6. So out of your totality of all your possible lines that we could have did, your totality of 1776 makes up the creation right here. Now, before we go on, this and this also gets 6s, becomes 1616, or flip it over, it becomes 1919 or 1991. 1 times 6, 1 plus 6 is 7 and 6. 1 times 9, 1 plus 6, 1 times 6 is 76. 13, 13 equals 44. If we flip them over to 91, they become 17 and 17. 9 times 1, 9 plus 1 equals 9 equals 10. Okay, and it becomes 19 again. Okay, 1 times 9, 1 plus 9. This 0, okay, equals 6. So 19 plus 6 equals to 25. 2 times 5, 2 plus 5 is 17. 1 times 7, 1 plus 7 is 15. 1 times 5, 1 plus 5 is 6 and 5, and we're back to the beginning again. Back over to pi. I can't go back to pi, but I will show you the Einstein. Remember I was showing you the number 95? Well, Einstein is 59. Inside 1776, okay, is Einstein. Einstein is made up of 28, 39, 28. 1776 calculations is my last video. Comes up to the same numbers. When I called Cyrus, you ever hear of Cyrus Radio? Well, Cyrus Radio gave me 7474-539-888. This is exactly the same number to the communication to the outside numbers. This is an outside number. It all fits into the Einstein theory right through Cyrus. So we did this over here. Now we go, what we do over here is we put 72. It becomes 16, which is the light of the B world of the Christ. 3 and 3 and 3 and 3 here, 3 here, and 3 here. 1, 2, 3. 3 of them. But we actually have to do this. You know why? Because we're in this world and we're holding on to the rings of the 2 other worlds. Okay? So we have this over here is 16, 2, 33. If you flip them over on each other, it becomes 77 Christ. Okay? 33, 43, 49. 7 times 7. 49. Okay? Once I have 49, 9 times 4 is 30. Well, let's just do it the easy way. 3 by 3 is 9, by 2 is 18. 18 by 6 is 60, 108. This becomes 108. 108 plus 109, 115, 116, 117, 118, 120, 121, 122, 123 ABC. This number over here turns into 123 ABC. Take 123 and multiply it by 47 to Christ one more time, and you get the year 5781 minus 6. It's this year. The B's and the light rays that we see. We did the number 11 in French. We did the area space of 1776, in which the total numbers, okay, I did them over here. These were the 24. 24 times 74 is, again, 24 times 74 is 1776, in which we're going to go on to something a little bit different right now. Prime number. 7 times 3 is 21. No longer prime, right? 7 by 3 is 21. It's not prime. 2 prime numbers, it's not prime. 1 times 21 and 3 by 7. But if I go and put 137, I make it prime, because the only 2 that can work are these 2 in a multiplication. Okay? The 35, another thing to talk about the 35. In roulette it's 35, 37, 39. Okay? Now when we take the 35, this 35 falls into a row where it's number 8. Number 8 is played over here in the middle row. 8 is played here. It's 17 and 20. 17, 1 and 7 is 8. 20, 0 equals 6. 6 plus 2 is 8. 8 and 8 is played over here in the 5 position, okay, inside a roulette. So 8 is played from here. 7 is played from here. And 3 is played from over here. This becomes the church and the gateway. Okay, we have no choice. This is what it says. Monopoly money. 500, 150, 20, 10, 5, and 6. If you're following, it becomes 1686. 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 66, 2 worlds, 66, 2 worlds, 666. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 30 creation, 18 and 12, and then another wing. They added on a wing. The total of this, the galaxy, 42. The total is 132 and 18, 150. We had 150 becomes 836. 836 plus 0 for 150 equals 842. Equals 336, 12 moons. 8 times 4 is 32, times 2 is 64. 8 by 8 is 64, the chess. 2 times 4, 2 plus 4 equals 6 and 8. 6 is in man. Okay, we're going to just go through the pages. I should just stop. I should stop. Again, 3.5. The reason 3.5, calculate quick. 1 to 6, in between, 3.5. 1 to 3.5 is 2.5, and 2.5 and 3.5 is 6. 6 and 1 is 7. 2 and 5. 1.5 and 2 is 3.5. 3.5 and 1.5 is 5. 2 to 5 equals 3. 3 and 4. 3, 3.5, 4. 3.5. The in between is 3.5. 6 by 3.5 is 21 the cube. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 equals 21 the cube. In this word over here, I scare, is I care for you. The word for you means 4 times 21 is 84, which now you link Neptune over the Mars, which is part of the Einstein theory. I'm not going to get into it. When you have to take the word for, which is 6 and 6 from the same 6 and 6 family, the totality is 21, telling you that the cube connects the 2 families of 6 and 6. In 4, F-O-A-R or F-O-U-R, the A-R says the arch, because in the R is in the A family, the A is in the H family, because the A is the center. The A is the center. The center of 8. There's 8 surrounding it. It's the center of 8. So no matter what you do, it becomes that 4. 4R, okay, in the 6-6 world, because we're going to save these 2 because certain letters have to be played a certain way. I'm still learning it. Becomes 4 by 18 is 72. 72 times 5 in the center world equals 360 degrees around. Man is 8. Woman is 6. Brother is 2. Sister is 19. Sister becomes 7. Brother becomes 2. Sister becomes 7. Creation of the brother and the sister. 3 times 6. 3 plus 6 is 18 and 9 is 27. The sister is that becomes 9. This is now 7. Excuse me. Yes, 7 and 2 right together. Brother and the sister. I know there was something that was missing. There was something that was missing. I'll find it. 135, which says ace, which is this formation, okay, equals 144, which gives you your 12 by 12. When we angle it on the 45-degree angle life, we end up the box. Can you see the box, the way it cuts into 4 of these boxes? So automatically, every box, because it's cut in half, has a value of 2. But because it has a center, it has a value of 4. But because it has 4 points, it now gets a value of 8 on one side. So again, we have 8. But here, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 that we play, 4 that we don't play, and the center, but this must get larger. It will turn into this. This turns into this. This and this, 8 and 8, become the digitals. Why are these the digitals? Why is this number 88? This is number 88 because 20 gets the circle. Circle gets 6, 6 gets 2, 2 and 6 make 8, 7 and 1 is 8. This is black, this is in roulette. In roulette, it is found right freaking here. 8 gets 8 and 8. 8 and 8. 8 and 8. This is not closed because these are the digitals that link these two. The only way to do it is to do this, and like this. Let's do this, and this. At the same time, this, and this, and this. And at the same time, I think we're going to do this. So what we're actually doing is I'm putting a chip here, and I'm putting a chip here, and I'm putting a chip here. I have now linked around 17 through 20, but now I must do it below. We must center the digitals, 17 and 20. When I say a link, each one of these are worth 35. Again, 35, 35, 35, 35, 105. Again, it's the same 105. One more time, it's 140. Okay, when I go to 140, it's not 140 anymore. It becomes 146 because man stands erect from the earth. He gets his 6. You follow what I'm saying? When I was measuring up time and distance, when I was measuring up this, okay, this is all the way down to here, between here and here is 140. Or actually, if you want to do it the other way, it'd be 135. Yes, it was 135. So 1, 3, and 5, that's what it was. So it's 1, 3, and 5 on two sides. Is 270. Plus the gateway is 277, October 4th, and it happened this year. We hit the gateway. Now, I don't want to confuse anything. I don't want to confuse, because this number, now that we have the exact, what's it called, 16, how do I get it? Every square gets cut once at the point and one on each side of the point. One straight line down in every single corner. That's how it works. That's the formation, okay? We did the change. We did 41s, all the 41s. This is now the dartboard. 105 becomes 165. Again, 5 and 6. Okay, E and F, they link together. 210 becomes the dartboard. You see the different rows? These become the different rows of the dartboard. In the first one, okay, of 210, it was 105 on this side, 105 on that side. I could not break down 105, so I broke it down into 3 parts. At 105, 105, 105, I mean 35, 35, 35 equals to 105. Now my question is, where on the dartboard does the board split where you have 105 on this side and 105 on that side, not counting the center dot, in which that center dot is worth 50. Now if it's worth 50, and it's broken up from 2 sides, it was worth 25. That's why the outside of the circle is worth 25. The inside of the circle must be worth 4 times the amount, which is 12.5, because 50 and the 50 stars all go together, because there's more reasons to 50, because 125 or 4 times 125 or 512 memory. 256, 4 times 4 times 4 times 4, because 44 is space, and I have another design for that. And if you're trying to figure out what am I doing, why am I doing it, I'm going to tell you one thing. I can only do this because of the art. If it wasn't for the art and this square paper here, I couldn't do it. I have set rule. The square can do this. What can the square do? What does the square do? And another thing I wanted to mention is the element of 5, okay? Although we see this like this, my question is, this is a wall. Am I running in 3? What size should this 5 actually be between the width and the height? If I take it into the fact like this with a separation, I would say the open side is where the 2 or 3 is, or in low shoe 9-2 Jesus. I would say on the bottom side it was 89, it was a closed side. It was a closed side going this way. But when you see this dividing wall, is this a wall or is this running straight through the numbers? Well, I take it that this one rides right through the center of 5. So I establish this being in the center of 5. I can also make it 2 stories, but this one runs in the center of 5, okay? This one, okay, because it goes further and further, it runs above the numbers, just underneath. So this is in the middle of this one has to be in the middle of that one, and this one is the middle of that one. So it becomes 1, 2, 3, and then right through 5, 4, 5, 6, and then right through the heart of 7, 8, and 9. But if you want to take a look at the other way, the open side should actually be 7 and 8, because this is the wall towards 9. And the other side should be 2 and 3. And this is the wall where 1 is. Now I'll redesign it to show you exactly what I'm talking about. Okay. Where's number 5? Number 5, come here, number 5. Here. Right? See that number 5? Now watch. I'm going to redo the number 5. But now I'm going to redo it this way. I'm going to do this. And I'm going to do this. This is 1. This is 9. So that means this has to be 2 and 3. This has to be 7 and 8. 7 and 3 is 10. 7 and 2 is 9. 1 times 3 equals 4. 1 plus 3. 1 times 3 equals 3. 1 plus 3 equals 4. 4 times 3 equals 12. 4 plus 3 equals 7. 7 plus 12 equals 19. 19. Now we have 8 and 3. 8 and 3 equals 11. 8 and 2 equals 10. 21 and 19 equals 40. 40 plus 1 equals 41. Plus 6 equals 47. Time, Jesus, USA, Israel. Number 1 is the Mediterranean. Okay, in Monopoly you can't get it first. 21. Kentucky, New York, Kentucky, New York. This is what the 5 designs. If you want to look at what the 2 designs, the 2 designs like this. Over here, it'd be 1 and 2. Over here, down here, it would be 8 and 9. But we're going to make a little bit of an extension now. We're going to do some low shoe. On low shoe on the 5, we're getting 9 and 2, which is 18 and 11. If we do low shoe over here, we're getting 81, which is 8 and 9, which equals to 17, which equals to 22. This equals to 39, and that's where we are right now. This is your 3 by 9, 27. We have a 36 that creates 18 and 9 equals 27. This creates your big red dog. 1 times 7, 1 plus 7 is 15. This equals 11. 2 times 2, 2 plus 2 will equal your 8. 8 and 11. I don't know if you can see it on the floor. No, it's a little dark. No, a little too dark, but 8 and 11, 8 plus 3 equals 11. They're on top of each other. 11 equals 2 and 3. 8 plus 2 and 3 equals 13, which brings us back to 19 and control of the moon. This is low shoe, 9 and 2 with 8 and 1. Understand, s'il vous plaît? 8 and 1. So over here, what is not played is 4, and what is not played is 6. 4 and 6, Zion, Israel. Raphael 7286.